Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a concept that's been rattling around in my head. A horror movie idea that I think could be genuinely terrifying. I'm calling it House of Dark Fear. Just the name itself gives me chills, right? It sounds intense, cinematic, and promises a journey into some seriously shadowy places. So what is the House of Dark Fear? Is it a haunted house? A slasher flick? A psychological thriller? Well, it's a little bit of all three, but with a unique twist. Imagine a house that doesn't just contain ghosts or a masked killer. Imagine a house that manifests your deepest, most personal fears. Not a generic fear of spiders or clowns, but the specific, nuanced anxieties that keep you awake at night. The fear of failure, the fear of being forgotten, the fear of losing the people you love. This house feeds on that. Our story would follow a group of four estranged friends who are brought back together by a mysterious invitation. They're offered a chance to inherit a secluded old mansion, but there's a catch. They have to spend one full week inside, together. The group includes a cynical journalist who believes everything has a rational explanation, an artist haunted by a past tragedy, a tech bro who projects an image of unwavering confidence, and a former therapist who feels she failed her patients. Each of them is carrying a heavy burden of secret fear and guilt. When they arrive, the house seems ordinary enough, maybe a bit creepy and rundown, but nothing supernatural. The first night, however, things begin to shift. It starts small. The journalist, who secretly fears mediocrity, finds all his published articles rewritten into scathing, critical reviews of his work. The artist, who feels responsible for a car accident, starts hearing the phantom screech of tires and smelling burnt rubber. The confident tech bro, who is terrified of being exposed as a fraud, finds his laptop displaying complex code he can't understand. And the therapist starts hearing the whispered voices of her former patients, accusing her of not doing enough to help them. The house isn't just showing them scary images. It's creating interactive, personalized nightmares. It's an intelligent, malevolent entity that learns their psychology. It isolates them by turning their own fears against each other. For example, the journalist's skepticism causes him to gaslight the others, insisting they're just stressed. The artist's guilt makes her withdraw, believing she deserves this punishment. The house expertly manipulates their group dynamics, breaking down their trust until they're not just fighting the house, but each other. The key to the horror isn't jump scares. It's the slow, creeping dread of being confronted with your own inner demons in a tangible, inescapable way. The house creates illusions that are indistinguishable from reality. Is that your deceased mother blaming you for her death? Or is it a trick of the house? The characters and the audience would constantly be questioning what's real. The psychological toll would be immense. The second act would see them trying to fight back. They realize the house is feeding on their fear, and that their only chance of survival is to confront their traumas head-on. But that's easier said than done. How do you fight a fear that's been a part of you for your entire life? This is where the true horror lies. It's not about escaping a physical monster, but about escaping the prison of your own mind. The house would escalate its attacks, creating more elaborate and painful scenarios. Imagine the therapist being trapped in a session with a patient who enacts a tragedy she couldn't prevent, over and over again. The visuals would be surreal and nightmarish. We'd use a lot of practical effects. Hallways that stretch into infinity, rooms that fill with water symbolizing a fear of drowning, portraits whose eyes follow you and change to reflect your worst self-image. The sound design would be crucial, filled with subtle, unsettling noises that are specific to each character's fear, the clicking of a keyboard for the tech bro, the soft weeping for the artist. The climax wouldn't be a big CGI monster fight. It would be an emotional and psychological showdown. The surviving characters would have to find a way to break the house's power, not by burning it down, but by achieving a moment of genuine self-acceptance and forgiveness. They'd have to trust each other again, sharing their deepest fears and vulnerabilities. It's this act of connection and bravery that would weaken the house. The ending would be bittersweet. Not everyone would make it out. Those who do would be forever changed, scarred, but also, in a strange way, liberated. They faced the darkest parts of themselves and survived. The final shot could be one of the survivors looking back at the house, which now appears completely ordinary, as if its power has receded, waiting for its next victims. The real House of Dark Fear, the film suggests, is the one we carry inside us. What do you guys think? Is House of Dark Fear a movie you go see? What are some of the personal fears you think would make for a terrifying cinematic experience? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. I love reading your ideas and getting your feedback. This is the kind of concept that could go in so many different directions, and I'm excited to hear what you all think. Thank you so much for hanging out and exploring this creepy idea with me today. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more creative concepts, breakdowns, and film discussions, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. Until next time, stay safe and face your fears. See ya!